Hello, accelerators. I'm Diane Spadola, and it is Thursday afternoon, and it is time for the Thursday afternoon tune-up. This is episode number 93. I'm sorry I'm coming to you a little bit late. I did say that I was going to go live at 4:30. It's now 5:13. But that just kind of goes along with the topic that I'm going to be discussing with you today, and also with the way my week has been. So today we're going to talk a little bit about stress and how you can at least temporarily reduce the stress that you're feeling. This video series is brought to you by Accelerate Your Success, the business booster program for artists and entertainers. If you're on Facebook, you want to join my free group, which is actually an online classroom by the same name, Accelerate Your Success. There are all kinds of goodies that you can take advantage of in the files section. You can stay up with the announcements. You can get some feedback from your peers, and you can participate in some fun contests. And all of the things that are available in Accelerate Your Success are free. So think of this video as your information and inspirational pit stop before the race, which is your busy weekend. So let me tell you a little bit about how my week went. All weekend long, I was having trouble connecting to my email. I could get some email, but I couldn't send any email. Then the next email account I couldn't send anything, and I couldn't get anything. Then I would get notifications that all of your email accounts are not connected. And then the next day, one of those email accounts would be connected, and two of them wouldn't be. Every time I sat down at my desk, it was kind of like a little Russian roulette as to whether my email would be working or not. And it was extremely annoying because as I was sending out my emails, I would have to repeatedly check back and see if they were sitting in an outbox. Then I had to check and see if I was connected for that email address. And then I had to check and see if it actually went, if in fact I was connected. By Monday or Tuesday morning, this has gotten to be extremely irritating, and it wasn't going away anytime soon. I had done all the obvious. I had rebooted my laptop. I had turned off my modem and router and restarted the whole system all over again. On Tuesday, I actually erased my email accounts. So I removed them from my mail server, if you will. So it'd be like taking your account off of Gmail. And then I put it back on to see if that would make a big difference. Unfortunately, it did not. So by Wednesday, I was in the situation where the lovely people at Apple, who I was chatting with on a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute business, or basically, I was on the phone with them or on the laptop with them all the time, from Tuesday afternoon right through until supper time on Wednesday. Don't know who they were. They were just Apple Chat support, but because you can't actually go into an Apple store and get help these days because of the pandemic, chatting online was really the best thing that I could do. On Wednesday afternoon, the decision was made that I needed my operating system erased and then reinstalled. So for any of you who have had this happen to you, those words are enough to strike fear into the hearts of even a somewhat techie person, let alone somebody like me who really isn't a techie person at all. So I can tell you that it all worked out fine. As far as I know, my email accounts are all working now. Erasing my hard drive, though, honestly, I had a lot of trouble pushing that button. But I finally did, and I trusted that Apple was telling me what I needed to do, and it was going to be correct, and that everything was going to be fine in the end. Now, if you're experiencing such a situation and you need somebody to tell you that it's all going to be okay, I certainly hope you won't hesitate to call. But in the meantime, let's get back to the Thursday afternoon tune-up. As I said, my week was a little stressful, and that's what's making me talk about this topic today, because starting this weekend, the holiday season is officially upon us. And as you know, because of all that goes on in the holiday season, including getting together with family members or not getting together with family members, conversations about getting together with family members, juggling work, school, home, family, decorations, shopping, gifts, and all of the other things that we tend to take care of, baking, cooking, invites, photos, Christmas cards, God only knows what else. It can be a very stressful time. I certainly am not looking forward into going straight off of my week of IT hell into the holiday season. But the calendar is what it is, so I need to get ready and I need to get my mindset turned around pretty quick. So let's think back about this year. When was it not stressful? We started out last winter in the slow season, which is stressful. How are we ever going to make the money to make it through to our busy season? Then we had the COVID shutdown. That's stressful. Fear of uncertainty. Then we had early openings in some places and not others. Then we had protocols as to whether face painting, body painting, balloon twisting, gathering in parties, gathering in any sort of small group was going to be safe and hygienic. Stressful. Then in the summer, everyone came home. Not only was your significant other working from home, but your kids were now home. Of course, they had been home all along, so it really wasn't any different. Again, stressful. Then we had back to school. Woot woot. If you were lucky enough to have your kids go back to school, this was obviously your happiest time of the year. But unfortunately, in a lot of places, your kids then got sent back to doing their work virtually. And in some cases, your kids never went back to school in the first place. Then we had the lead up to the election, very stressful. Then we had the election, stressful. And now we have the post-election, which is still stressful. So between travel protocols and restrictions of what you can do and what you can't, and trying to adhere to the super cleanliness policies that you've learned to adapt as part of your normal routine, when are we ever going to get a break? Well, not now, because it's holiday season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 4 things that you can take advantage of, some helpful hints that hopefully can reduce the stress in your life. Here we go. First of all, you know I'm really big on calendars. Calendars and lists, that's my jam. So I encourage you to establish a wellness schedule. If you have to, reserve the time on your calendar so that you're sure to think about it and then be able to check it off. And when I'm talking about a wellness schedule, I'm talking about self-care. So exercise, whatever that means to you. I'm not talking about going to a gym. I'm not talking about training for a marathon. I'm talking about maybe taking a walk around your place, or maybe going out in the backyard, or maybe doing some stairs, or maybe you're lifting full water bottles before you drink them. I don't know. But whatever it is, you need to schedule some time for activity, movement, motion. Also, it'll help you to keep from getting the big pain in your butt that I have right now, which is from sitting too much at my desk. Then I'm going to encourage you to eat right. And that means not just eating frequently and often enough to keep your energy up, but also eating the right mix of foods. Not too many carbs, not too much sugar, not too much caffeine. You guys know all this stuff, and if you don't, I can refer you to about 12,000 nutritionists that have all kinds of blogs that will teach you. Drinking lots of water is really key, not only because we're just turning our heat on and our houses are becoming more dry, but also because water helps to alleviate stress. It helps to re-energize you, and it also allows you to shed the dead cells in your body that aren't doing anything for you. So think about how much water you're intaking now, and if you can, try to double it. Lastly, you need to schedule some time for meditation, reading, yoga, relaxation. I know in my head that I can look forward to 9 p.m. at night because that's the time that I'm going to start to relax. So I don't have to put it on my calendar anymore because I know that that's my time. Secondly, you're going to limit the internet in your off hours. And when I say off hours, I'm talking about your non-working, non-schooling, non-communicating with others time. All right? You don't want to be reading articles about doom and gloom. You don't really want to be reading articles about increases in COVID cases unless that's specifically going to affect you where you're living now. Use the internet for what it's supposed to be used for, which is connecting with friends and family and furthering your business. And other than that, leave it alone. Thirdly, to reduce stress, you're going to reach out to friends and family. And that's exactly why I was late today for this Thursday afternoon tune-up. I got a phone call from a friend back east, and she wanted to talk all about stuff. My recent RV trip, the loss of her cousin, the pandemic in her area, really good mutual girlfriends, desire to sell her dental practice and start her retirement. All that stuff, that connection with my friend on the phone was something that's important for me to keep my spirits up. So yes, I postponed my Thursday afternoon tune-up and did not go live at 4:30 because I was on the phone. But I'm with you live now, and I'm going to encourage you to reach out to friends and family in any way you can, whether it's writing them a handwritten note, sending them a greeting card, making your own painted greeting card, or picking up the phone like the old-fashioned way, where you actually talk to somebody. You'll find that reaching out to friends and family will help to lift your spirits and give you more energy on a daily basis. And then lastly, I'm going to encourage you to take time off. Nobody knows better than me how much fun you can have on an RV trip. Not only can you have fun on an RV trip, but just taking some time off from whatever is your daily routine, whether it's teaching, working, growing a business, helping your kids finish school, assisting your significant other, or writing a book, making a film, doing live tutorials. I don't know what it is that you're doing with your daily activities, but whatever it is, I encourage you to take some time off. Schedule that time for you to be able to obtain the 3 R's: relax, recharge, and re-energize. You'll be so glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for watching me today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for any of you that are needing a little pep talk, if you're having IT problems, I'm your girl.